So, in this gameplay, I'm going to be talking about Necro, and the team I go against is very well prepared and have the perfect weapons to really defeat me at book phase. So, personally, I don't think Blacksmith is very good against Necro. He is able to provide his team with legendary weapons, but the problem is you need your support to go for Flatus during the end game, and he's unable to do that because he's unable to carry a ranged weapon. So in this game, what should have happened was the blacksmith should have stayed near Book, popping amulets to increase the Scotty's melee damage, while the leader Ash go for the flautist.
Now hold a fragment of the map. Why do these humans
You're gonna see that the Scotty is gonna get a purple lumberjack axe, and same with the blacksmith. And Kelly will be able to get a legendary blunderbuss in this game. So I felt like I was really going to lose this game. Honestly, if I had to make a change here, 13 comp, I would have preferred a Ruby than a leader Ash. Even an Annie would have been better here. Or Arthur. I think leader Ash is kind of one of the worst leaders. Because at the end, he's good for the beginning game, but he's not good at the end game. He doesn't help his team enough with damage output than the other leaders do. So the only thing he's really good at is his fear resistance for his team. But once the demon is at a high enough threat level, that becomes pointless. So I'm able to get it down here. I kind of go up the stairs because I don't want them to get the Flatus. But the leader Ash decides to challenge me here for some reason, and he goes down because of it. Now, she makes the right decision and goes for Flatus. So I'm not doing as much damage. I try to run away so I can get my bounce bar back. And then I possess this unit. But you're going to see that this Scotty is going to do a lot of damage to me. And I'm kind of just trying to stall this res. But Kelly is able to do a lot of damage on me as well. So I'm kind of already worried about this game. Because my units are dying pretty fast already. And I'm only threat level 7. So, and they got one map piece. So I'm kind of happy about that. I want to be at least threat level 10. So now I'm going to just start spawning units. Trying to get to level 10 before they start the first print. If I'm above 10 before first print, that's perfect. They're in cars right now, so that was the right move. What you want to do is take multiple cars, so if I would possess one of the cars, it would just, you just hop into the other car, so it'd be pointless to possess the car in the first place. I don't like flipping cars unless if I have to. Or like the survivors just making a pain to deal with them. So I thought they were going to rush the map pieces here, so I didn't spec in to traps 3 yet. You're going to watch my unit die very fast. I'm only able to get 2 hits in. 2 heavies. So I have boss out now. I consider here trying to summon boss. Just so I could get some damage here. You know, I don't mind dropping a healing item at this point. It's early enough in the game where dropping a healing item doesn't really matter. And so I do the combo here, so I'm able to swing again here. And to do that, you have to do the resurrection. But then doing the summon units there, you can't chain the combo from that. It just makes you able to move forward. And now you're just gonna see me. This is the problem with Evil Ash and Ball. They run the same speed as the Survivor. And because I swung there, he's able to gain distance there. And I literally just have to drop Evil Ash here. Just hitting one little edge could throw you off and make him gain distance here.
There. Now you can see how good I am.
And now he's backpedaling. And then he starts to run once he sees he's on close. And so now I just decide to drop the unit. There's no point of maintaining it. I'm just wasting time. And time's on their side. Now I already know where the map piece is. There are traps there. They got the map piece, but like I said, I'm threat level 11 before the first point starts. So I'm happy about that. So I have to get a certain amount of demon scares, demon dashes. So that's why I'm leveling up into demon powers first, just so I can get my demon dash. As you can see, he has a purple axe here. And she has a blunderbuss there, and he had a purple axe. So, if I was the blacksmith, I would definitely keep that blue sledgehammer, because it does more balance bar than the lumberjack axe does. But I guess the switches it because he wants damage. Now I'm only able to do that amount of damage on the leader ash because he was actually blocking the shots of the hunter. What you don't want to do as a leader or warrior is block your hunter shots. And when you play hunter, when you play warrior or leader, sometimes you forget about that. And you just think of, oh, I need to be doing damage to the possessed unit. I need to be taking hits to the unit. Back in the day when this game first came out, the strategy was the warriors would rock the balance bar of the base hit and then back away as the hunter got headshots on the unit. And it's funny that the strategy just kind of like disappeared because hunters still do the most damage, even during this prestige system. Like, you've seen the Scotty do a lot of damage, but this Kelly is doing more than him. So she has a basic blunderbuss and a purple hand axe, which is not going to be anything I'm going to use. Later on, she does get a legendary meat hammer, but I don't use it.
The humans have completed the map. Locate their souls and swallow it.
So right now, I'm just trying to get levels. I'm level 16, and I have my boss back. I'm spec'd only into boss. Like, I have health for my basics and my elites, but they don't do any damage. So you're gonna see how fast my boss dies here, and how good they're at dodging here. And there goes my balance bar. So Scotty's doing a lot of damage to me here. I'm not sure why this leader ash is trying to do damage for me. I'm missing a lot of hits there. When he should be just chaining finishers, so he can buff the team's damage. and proc El Jefe Grande. So this is where that Kelly gets that legendary blunderbuss. So this is the point where I'm like, oh no. They have a purple lumberjack axe. Scotty has a purple lumberjack axe, and Kelly has a legendary blunderbuss. I'm probably gonna lose this on both days. I'm gonna have to play this just right. So when you're placing flowers, there are a couple of things you can do. You can go for like the max distance away, which is 60 yards if you expect in for that. Or you can place it inside one of these areas. But if you do put in one of these areas, you need to be protecting it with proxy portals and traps. You see them set off the trap there just so that they can run up there. So I start setting off traps here anyways. And I'm going to place my proxy portals later. So they knew that they were going to get the possession here. So I try to get an angle where I could, you know, get some damage on them. But they are just peppering me here. And thanks to this legendary blunderbuss, I'm able to do tons of damage here. And he's able to get that final shot off. And they played that perfectly. So the blacksmith went for the res while Leader Ash was going for the unpossession on the Kelly. They couldn't have played it any better than that. This is why you want an explosive crossbow or grenade launcher, so you can shoot it through those windows when you see like the red halo of the flautist. But they all have pistols and guns that'll help them depossess here. So I try to put it as close to this wall as possible so they're not able to shoot it from the window. And I kind of just wait to see what happens here. And I see this guy immediately going for this. So I summon the units here. I want him to go further up the stairs before I summon boss. And once he's up those stairs, that's when I summon boss here. He thought it was in there. So now I know the stairs are blocked. And the units, so I'm able to get that down. I'm basically watching my back here to see if they go for the res here. And then I see the leader ash going there, disregarding everything that's going on. Now I think to myself, I need to drop this. And I need to get fear on that Kelly and possess that Kelly because Blacksmith doesn't have a gun that can depossess Kelly. And she's far enough away. Unfortunately, I don't get the fear on her there. So I just start summoning things and I was gonna miss my demon dash. So she's feared here, and right when I was about to possess her, the point's done. So yeah, I just have to try for the next point. Now once again, I'm at a decent level. Like this is a decent level for book phase. So I'm way ahead of schedule. Like I said, I'm not expecting for damage for my basics, my elites, or my boss. I have a book build. I know that's dirty, but it's so easy to dodge Necromancer that it like kind of becomes necessary. Like the only real damage I can get is with boss. And that's by chaining his hits by using animation canceling. There's like a staircase right here that you can just flip cars very easily by ramping it off like that, so... I just want to kind of stall a little bit. Even though I'm at a good level, I could have just let them go to the next point, and in hindsight I should have. Not because there was... just so the game would end faster. Now I decided to place Flatus here because there are 2 traps. And you're gonna see that they take care of it very well. I summoned Boss here. Because once again, this is the only kind of guaranteed damage I can get here. And they set off the trap behind me with the Kelly. But I think to myself, like, okay, I get this leader as now. And there goes Flautist. I do have an ability for Warrior, sorry, not Warrior Ash, Evil Ash, that if I hit somebody, they're not unable to get healed. So I kind of want to waste gems here. Now, I do get a hit off there, but he was dodging, so it doesn't count. The best way to chase survivors that are possessed is definitely the Lumberjack Axe or a knife. I prefer the Lumberjack Axe because the auto aim is so good for it, and the hyper aim. Once again, I want to get possession on this Callie because of that legendary, not broomstick, legendary blunderbuss. I want to possess her in a point. This is where he should not have chased me. He should not have jumped out of that. But he was very confident in his skills, which he was getting good shots on there, but he did have to reload, unfortunately. So Leader Ash was low on health there, so the trap killed him. Now I'm kind of in a good point where I could kind of just like put pressure here and get fear on the Kelly again, if I wanted to, and be able to down both of them again here, the Blacksmith and Leader Ash. But I decided to go for an Inferno Energy run and kind of trap up the area. I want to see where I'm going to be placing Flautist on this next point. There's not really a close altar for them to get the res. And I know there's a lot of cars nearby, so I know that's why I need to focus on trapping up the area instead of trying to put really a lot of pressure on them. As you see, they got into the car there. I think to myself, like, oh, I could get the possession and just kill him right when he gets res, but it's too late already. So I just go back to point and try and figure out where I'm going to place Flatus. Now traps are random. There's normally a trap that spawns that, but as you saw, it wasn't there that time. It's kind of weird to say traps are random, but yeah, that's a thing. So that's why sometimes survivors are surprised that what is this trap getting reset when you play ball. So I want to keep this fence up as long as possible because I want them to go through that small area to get Flautist. So I'm looking at how far away I am. I want to be at least like 50 to 55 yards. I'm going to place the Croxies right in front of the gate there. And once again, kind of dodged there. Unfortunately, I get stuck on the fence.
The half-witted humans have activated the dagger. If they get their fleshy
So go back to
hands
point
on
to try and get more
you
info. I
will
just
be
check
held
I place another
accountable.
portal here. So I'm kind of just really trying to just do some kind of damage here while I'm setting up.
I would be a lot more useful with some ammo.
So as you heard, they're running low on supplies here. This is where I find out that he has a purple lumberjack axe there. So now I have all my portals up. My cooldowns are done. I'm going to place Flatus and start using boss here. But Flatus is being a pain on being set. So I want to get the res here so that they can't kill the units here. Now Scotty is killing units, so he's unable to do finishers here. So I should have stayed on him rather than the blacksmith. So they got Flatus, the Kelly did. She didn't go through the portal area. She went around, which is smart. So that goes my unit. So I kind of want to possess her through the fence so that no one's close by. And I'm getting shot from the pistol. I accidentally shoot. Yeah, I miss again. Unfortunate. And he got knocked back, so I was unable, and then an involuntary dodge. So I'm unable to really do anything there. But as you can hear, he's asking for amulets. So I know that they're really low on supplies here. Yeah, he's spamming it.
The mortals have taken the dagger. Peel the pretty skin from their bones.
Now that we're going to the dark ones here, I'm kind of like, I just want them to get there already. You know, once I'm set up there, I just want them to get there. I'm not going to summon any units, and I'm going to put my proxy portals in a location where they're not going to set them off. Normally I would put it around the dark ones, but PP McGee, I know he's a very good survivor, so I was thinking he was going to check for proxy portals around the dark ones. So now I go try and put pressure on them. I put the two proxy portals there because I was planning on putting the Flautus up in that direction, so that if when they run towards the Flautus, they would set off those proxy portals. Now I see a legendary here. I'm like, oh, they're probably going to see this. Do I want them to see it? And when I say that, is that do I want them to pick it up so I could use that survivor and deal damage with that weapon? I flip the car, and I kind of try and start putting damage here. So this is a very good area for a demon, especially Ball, because there's 3 traps that they run into. And so I'm not going to use Evil Ash's Resurrection ability, just so I could chain my hits here. As you can see, I chained it right there and canceled the animation. Now I just want more units here so that it can cause more chaos. And I'm able to down the leader ash here, thanks to all these units. But I want him to bleed out. So now I'm just wasting time here. Now Kelly does something smart and actually focus the Dark Ones while all this is happening. I didn't think she was, because I saw her over there, but I didn't see the Dark Ones going down. So I love this move. I think it's one of the funnest moves to use. Yes, it doesn't do that much damage, but it's just fun to use. And yeah, I like when he summons the spear back into his hand. That's a cool animation. So now I see the Dark Ones going down. Unfortunately, I don't know if my proxy portals are still there, because there is a visual glitch. Once you leave the area, the proxy portal's visual animation is gone. So I possess her here, and I kind of just trying to like waste time so I can get my boss back. By the time they get over here and the Dark Ones are done, so I'm able to get a shot there. I don't know if he's hiding behind a tree or not, but he is, unfortunately. So I focused the leader edge there, but I didn't dodge, so I didn't get any bleed there. And they're both taking shots at me, so I had to choose who to shoot, and I made a mistake and chose the leader edge. So I was able to get his old man front range over there. So she finally drops her gun. I didn't think she was that person that drops her gun, so that's why I possessed her immediately there.
I need help. They've got
Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have that much ammo either, so I kind of just drop him. I know I could have used his axe, but I would have just been shot out of possession anyways, and I want to keep my frontal energy instead. So I know that my proxy portals are there. Well, I think I do. So I'm like, okay, what's 60 yards here? I'm like, okay, I can place my flask behind this tree, and it's kindly visually covered by the tree. So they're going to run up this one area right here where the proxy portals were. Like I said, I just want to... Oh, it's on the last bar, so I go up into position here. This is the part where they should check for proxy portals, but as you see, they didn't even check for that. So... But they did get close to those proxy portals, thankfully. Now, I didn't summon the units in the right area, so I'm not protected by them, which is a mistake. You wanted them to get as close as possible. So now this blacksmith and Scotty is able to just wreck me. But you see the problem here is nobody goes for flautists. So what ends up happening is that there's too much damage to them because of all the units. You see the 2 hits almost killed Blacksmith, and then a random unit hit him. So now they only have 2 people here on book phase. And Kelly's kind of just trying to run away, and she just dies because of Warcry. So now the only person left is Scotty. I could focus the Scotty here, but there's no reason to. Book is almost destroyed. Would it be the more honorable thing? Yes, but I am actually just going for the win here. The guaranteed win. So, yeah. This was a wonderful game, and I enjoyed that they were very good survivors. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.
The light of humanity has been extinguished. Darkness will rule for all eternity.